snap with their tongues when they pray. May Allah make us of those people that really live the Quran and the Quran lives inside their hearts. بل هو آيات بينات في صدور الذين أوتوا العلم. These are ayat that live in the chests of those who've been given knowledge. Chest, the Quran lives in the person's heart. May Allah enter this Quran into all of our hearts. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quran al-Hakim wa nafa'ni wa iyyakum bil ayat wa dhikr al-Hakim.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Norman Ali Khan. It is your breakfast rush on this beautiful Wednesday morning. 6:30 exactly. 19 days we are into August of 2026. Assalamu alaikum, Nazmeera Cassim.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. How are you?
I just broke the zip on my jacket. So
I'm watching that and
I'm like,
I'm trying to figure
what's
out
going on?
What is going on?
Anyway, I'm
Is
good.
it like a needle and a cotton, but clearly not.
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
All good, alhamdulillah. It is the 6th of Rabiul Awwal, 1448, and I would like to say at the top of the show, Urs Mubarak, because it is officially the day of the Urs of Hazrat Bashabi, rahmatullah.
Right, okay. That's news to me. Learned something new today. Fantastic. Colonel Raouf is on the line to get us your first traffic update for today.
This traffic update is brought to you by Suzuki Newcastle, a member of the Duckrad Group.
Breakfast Rush Traffic Report with Colonel Raouf.
Sounds like he's on a Boeing 300. Assalamu alaikum, Colonel Raouf. Nope. Not happening. Oh boy. No idea what's going on there. That is an awful noise coming through on the telephone line. Honestly, thought he was sitting inside the engine compartment, and somebody else is driving the car. So, no idea what's going on with that. We'll endeavour to get him back on the line. Maybe hopefully a clearer line. If there you go. I'm just going to drop that. Mondley can call him again and see. Just checking. If he's all right and if he's on the roads at the moment, just keeping an eye on it for us. Now, talking about keeping an eye on the roads, you're on the roads right now. So that means you can keep an eye on it for us and send us a message on WhatsApp. It's 060-904-1056. And you can let us know what you're observing on the roads this morning. If there's something specific we should be staying away from, not driving towards, then give us that info. And we'll happily pass it on to everybody else as well. That's 060-904-1056. Let's do that really quickly and just check what is going on your journey this morning. So here's what I'm going to do, right? Phone line's giving us a little bit of an issue this morning. I'm going to try and phone him from my cell phone. It's ringing. It's ringing. Yay, please answer. It's ringing. Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for taking the call now. What's happening on the roads?
There's a lot happening on the road this morning. Let's start off on the NC. There's a traveler's forecast now. We have an accident on the NC. Johannesburg bound near Bergville. 2 trucks involved in this one. Traffic is moving fast, so approach with caution, please. Another accident, Durban bound near the Tugela River. Truck involved in this one off the road. Recovery will be done later, so please be aware of that. Approach with caution, please. If you're traveling on the M7 this morning, as you approach the M2, both sides of the bridge, your traffic lights are out. You have to use them as 4-way stops. You got a truck overturned earlier this morning on NMR Avenue, Masawalala Yengwa Avenue. This is not just before the Blue Lagoon area. Recovery is currently in progress, so there will be major delays coming into the city from Kenneth Kaunda Road, from coming from Durban North. Just be aware of that, please. Truck recovery intersection global NMR, okay. Leading to Moses Mabila. So at the moment, this is where the recovery is taking place. It's at the intersection of Global Road at NMR Avenue, Masawalala Yengwa Avenue. So use an alternate route for now. What you can do, if you're coming down from Durban North, Kennedy Kaunda, you can go along Athlone Drive. Turn left at that garage, go along Athlone Drive. You can join the M4, that's Route First Highway, or you could go onto Snell Parade and use the beach road to get past the accident scene into the city centre, onto Argyle Road, and then from there you can go west into Morningside and Overport, or you can carry on going into the city. So it's alternative routes that you can use for what's happening on NMR Avenue this morning. Start broken down Hans Ditman Highway as you join from the M7 going towards Pinetown. So they say that it's so bad that vehicles can't pass it. Looks like it's got diesel issues, but there's going to be major delays. I'm looking at pictures coming through. It's on the slow lane, but half on the fast lane as well. So that's creating a major issue there this morning. Please, just be aware that the Hans Ditman ramp is going to be a no-go, especially for larger vehicles. You're not going to be able to pass the truck that's broken down. Accident scene in Chatsworth outside the training college. This is on the M1. An active scene currently, so there will be delays on Higginson Highway. Accident at the Brake Village, Watson Highway, Tongat. So the Brake Village on Watson Highway is also an accident involving two vehicles, so there will be delays in the vicinity as well. Another accident this morning on Newlands East Drive near Unilever. Please approach with caution. It's a morning of accidents, so guys, please extra caution when you sit in your car. Read your dua before you leave, and just take it easy on the pedal that's got the fuel in it. Mm-hmm. That's your first update.
Thank you very much, Colonel. Much appreciated. Take it easy. We'll catch up with you later.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. TBR it is with your morning traffic brought to you by Suzuki Newcastle.
This traffic update is brought to you by Suzuki Newcastle, a member of the Duckrad Group. For the Suzuki that enables you to live, dream and think big, your limitless potential begins at Suzuki Newcastle. Make every journey possible. Contact us today on 034 312 7805 for a quote. Our customer service-driven sales team is ready to assist you. We don't only deliver nationwide, but right to your door. Suzuki Newcastle, a member of the Duckrad Group.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Anytime, any weather is playtime and playtime weather for the young ones. But for today, mostly clear, 26-degree high in lunchtime in Durban. Peter Maritzburg, partly cloudy, 28 degrees today. Moving on to Richards Bay, cloudy 28 as well. Margate, partly cloudy 24 degrees at lunchtime. Ladysmith, mostly cloudy 29. Newcastle, mostly cloudy 28 degrees. Johannesburg, clear 25. And Cape Town, mostly cloudy 17 degrees. It is your breakfast rush, a busy morning on the roads as you hear from Colonel Rauf. So just do take it nice and easy. Slow it down just a little bit and get to your destination in one piece, so to speak. Now, still to come on your show, headlining news, we'll cover that for you. Victims of crime often face a long and difficult journey through the criminal justice system, and the experience itself can sometimes add to their trauma. So today we'll be talking about the Victims Charter. That's a little later on. Buddy Governor's got sports. He'll come through just after 7:30 or so. And not too long after that, the 13th annual Muslima Today conference hosted by ILM for Women, a branch of ILM SA, takes place in less than 10 days. So we'll have Nazmeera Cassim in conversation on that topic a bit later on this morning at 6:39. If you're setting the clock, welcome to you watching on YouTube this morning. Great to have you along the journey. Remember, down the bottom end of your screen, you've got a subscribe button. Click on it. Click on the subscribe button. And then when you do that, there's this little bell icon on YouTube. Just ring it, just press that bell button. Ding! And then you'll get notifications whenever we go live on YouTube like we are every morning. Here it is, right here, somewhere there, right there on your screen. Like and subscribe. There you go. Press that bell icon. And who knows, you could be joining us on YouTube every morning. Coming up for 6:40 now. When we return, we'll jump into your headlining news.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation.
and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Ladies, it's time to celebrate you. Join us for the Velvet Affair. Enjoy our special Women's Day Pamper Day party. Saturday, August 22nd, 11 a.m. to late. Head over to the Bell Inn at 208 Kenneth Kawunda Drive, Umhlanga Rocks. Indulge in pampering, shopping with fabulous vendors, connecting with amazing women. Whether you're looking to unwind or finding inspiration, we've got you covered. Tickets starting from 150 Rand. Don't miss out. Bring your friends. Men are also welcome, and celebrate the power of women together.
Zakah is more than just charity. It is a duty, a trust, and a means to uplift those in need. For over 40 years, Islamic Relief has only distributed zakah through policies that comply with Sharia guidelines, endorsed by qualified scholars, making sure it only reaches those who are eligible. Give with Islamic Relief, where your zakah is our amana.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
One microphone, 2 personalities, thousands of opinions waiting to happen.
was that recording. It's 6:47. Nazmeera Cassim, I see you getting ready to jump straight into headlines for today.
Absolutely ready for that. Sorry, the mic button was fighting with me. The National Prosecuting Authority is set to withdraw all charges against Crime Intelligence Head Dumisani Kumalo, Brigadier Dineo Mokwele, and other co-accused sometime this week. The case, which began with arrests in June 2025, centers on allegations of fraud and corruption surrounding Mokwele's appointment as brigadier. The accused have denied their wrongdoings, while serious questions have emerged over the investigation that led to the prosecution. According to the SABC NPA spokesperson, Kanangyo confirmed that prosecutors were seizing an earlier court date to conclude the matter.
Two joint working groups have been formed after United States envoy Jared Kushner and the Board of Peace officials held talks with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in an effort to push President Donald Trump's Gaza peace plan. The first committee is tasked with disarmament and demilitarization of Gaza, while the second working group will focus on humanitarian efforts, including sanitization, clean water, and health issues. Kushner told U.S. media that reconstruction in Gaza, which has been devastated by Israel's ongoing genocide, won't be allowed until the demilitarization of the territory is complete. Now, I have a question before you go on with the next one.
Listening.
Disarmament and demilitarization of Gaza, are they talking about both sides or just one?
Clearly one, as always.
I'd love to get a definitive answer on that one, though, because I know your answer is your thoughts. So,
of course, yeah.
Who's getting, disarmed and demilitarized? Is it the people that have been the victims of a genocide for the longest time ever, or is it the perpetrator? Or is it both?
Absolutely.
Love to know the answer to that one.
An IPID investigator in the case against suspended EMPD Deputy Chief Brigadier Mkwanazi and 5 co-accused told the court that a police informant, Pretorius, took his own life after learning that DNA evidence placed him in the bedroom with Mbense when he was killed. She revealed this yesterday at the Brakpan Magistrates Court, where the accused were applying for bail. IPID senior investigator Masuku was testifying after the state reopened its bail application against the 6 accused.
So, two things. The first one.
It's too early for arguments, unless they're happening on WhatsApp. Then we're listening.
The second thing.
Your voice could be the next one we hear. Join the conversation on The Breakfast Rush.
Hey.
Send us your voice note, 060-904-1056.
We want it, and we're always told that honesty is the best policy. But is it always, right? Because sometimes someone asks you a question and you decide, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest, and that's when the trouble begins. Maybe your wife looked at you and she said, does this outfit look nice on me? Or perhaps your boss asked you for your honest opinion and you gave it a little too honestly. Sometimes the truth can set you free, and other times it can leave you wishing you'd simply just said, hey, looks great. Yeah. So today we want to know, have you ever regretted being too honest? You told the truth, you said exactly what you thought, but afterwards you realized the consequences were definitely not worth it. So tell us what happened, right? And be honest. Be honest. Tell us what happened when your honesty got you into a little bit of trouble. Send your voice notes your WhatsApp messages through.
The breakfast rush, because talking to yourself on the morning commute gets awkward.
Exactly, right? No need to sit there and talk to yourself. Talk to us. We're here. We're here for you. We're listening. So do that now. 060-904-1056. Tell us what happened when your honesty got you into trouble. Have you ever regretted being too honest? I mean, has your wife ever gone to the cupboard and come back with a garment and says, look, I got this when we were married and it still fits me? And you turn around and said, but John, that's just a headscarf.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Not just broadcasting to the community, broadcasting with the community.
Your values, your finances, our priority. For nearly a decade, we at Standard Bank Sharia Banking have been the preferred choice for African businesses, with innovative solutions rooted in tradition. Let your finances reflect what matters to you. We invite you to partner with Standard Bank Sharia Banking today. Standard Bank, an authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
Ladies, it's time to celebrate you. Join us for the Velvet Affair. Enjoy our special Women's Day Pamper Day party, Saturday, August 22nd, 11 a.m. to late. Head over to the Bal Inn at 208 Kenneth Kawunda Drive, Umhlanga Rocks. Indulge in pampering, shopping with fabulous vendors, connecting with amazing women. Whether you're looking to unwind or finding inspiration, we've got you covered. Tickets starting from 150 Rand. Don't miss out. Bring your friends. Men are also welcome. And celebrate the power of women together.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Nichal brings the questions, Nazmeera brings the perspective. You bring the opinions.
Mera Navi.
CBR, it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Peter Maritzburg. We're live on YouTube as well, and inshallah, you're looking down the bottom end of the screen and you're finding the subscribe button and you're pressing it, and then you're finding the bell icon and you're ringing it and getting a ding, so that you can be there every time we go live. Nazmeera says, she sends me a text message saying, you're like a kid in a candy store with a just launched range. What do you mean?
I love it.
What do you mean?
I absolutely love it. You light up every time the news things play. I've watched you yesterday. I've watched you today. And it's so exciting. It's incredible to watch.
So, brother Ali,
All of the effort just
Ali didn't do me
play
a
out.
solid. He didn't really do me a solid. Not at all. All of this stuff was meant to be launched in September, like a complete new sound. So I'd sent it to him in advance, so that he could get it loaded into the system, and wait to do an actual, because TBR turns 13 on the 2nd of September.
Teenage licenses.
Right? Okay, exactly. We got pen license now. Next time we'll have Koki pen license. I don't know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It was sent him in advance for him to stash it, basically, and just get it ready for the 2nd of September. But clearly, he's like, do it now. Boom. Whack it. So, why not?
The breakfast rush, because talking to yourself on the morning commute gets awkward.
It does. It does get awkward. So talk to us, because we're here for you. Now, the question that we put out on air this morning for your interaction is, we're always told that honesty is the best policy, but the real question is it really? Is it always? Like, maybe your partner says to you, and I know, brothers, you've gotten this question at some point in time. Does this outfit make me look fat? And then you sit there thinking to yourself, wait, no. This is like jailbait. This is a question that's going to get me in a dog box, man. So what do I say? Well, you lie through your teeth if you have to. Just say, Close your mouth so you don't get too far past your teeth. No. It looks great. It looks lovely. Have you ever regretted being too honest? Tell us what happened when your honesty got you into trouble. 0609041056. Anonymous says, yes, it happened to me. I was honest on a sale of an item, but the purchaser backed out. Although, nothing wrong, but it's fine. I feel it's good to be honest, but not reveal too much. Thank you very much for your response on that one there. Assalamu alaikum, TBR. I was working in Johannesburg and my boss was working on a 5-year plan, and he asked if I would be part of it. And I informed him I was seeking employment in Durban. Oh boy, to be with my family since my wife was pregnant. And he gave me a 1-month notice. But he still paid me for 3 months after leaving, even after I left. What do you think about that? I think you must answer the question that is put on the table. That's what I think. It's not always necessary to give the further information. Just answer the question that's put on the table. For example, right? For example, this happened on Monday. I'm in the office, walking around the building, getting stuff done, and I get back into the studio area, and young Wasim says to me, Nichal, have you seen Zoha? To which my answer was yes. Because that's the question he asked me. Have you seen Zoha? My answer was yes, because I have seen her.
To read further into the box.
No,
Like where?
Then he needs to ask proper questions. But this is what I'm saying. That's just an example. It's a true example as well. It actually happened on Monday. So he's looking at me as if I've just lost my mind.
Of course, I would look at you the same way.
But I answered the question that you posed to me. You said, have you ever seen Zoha? And I was like, yes.
Some things are obvious.
Right? If he says to me, Nichal, do you know where Zoha is? I would have probably said yes.
So it's the grammar.
And then he must say where. And I'll say in her office where she's supposed to be. Do you know what I mean? So answer only the question that's posed to you. and you should be okay because, well, you didn't do anything else. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum. I was honest and lost my relationship with a family member, unfortunately, but I still feel honesty is the best policy. Thank you very much for your response. Nichal, I'm the queen of your topic. I'm a very, 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 very... Huh? 1, 2, 3. Right. I'm a very direct person. Say it as it is. And yes, honesty is the best way to go. I lose a lot of people by saying it like it is. Yeah, you and I in the same WhatsApp group. Mm-hmm.
So I want to bring 3 cents into this and say that it's wonderful. Completely agreed. Say it like it is. Be truthful. But in the same breath, and I don't know if you would agree with me, the way you say what you need to say is also significant. Nope.
What, do you want to take a tablespoon of castor oil with a spoon of honey? Is that what you're saying?
No. Say what you want to say. Be truthful. Be frank. But again, the way your message is delivered, your tone.
Honey. That's the honey. That's the castor oil. You know some is going to come out, but then you give it some honey.
Your tone. Your body language.
The news.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
At 7, the eThekwini municipality says it needs an estimated 4.6 billion rands to refurbish all wastewater treatment works to meet a Green Drop compliance standards. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. The eThekwini municipality needs an estimated 4.6 billion rands to refurbish all wastewater treatment works to meet Green Drop compliance standards. The acting director of eThekwini Water and Sanitation, Sbusiso Vilane, was speaking on the status of sanitation services during a recent eThekwini executive meeting when he reported that at the end of June this year, the Directorate had achieved a 46% wastewater Green Drop compliance. The Water and Sanitation Department-run Green Drop certification program grades municipal sewage treatment plants, networks and pump stations for wastewater management. Vilane also reported that 235 out of the 261 pump stations were functional at the end of June this year, but that the numbers would fluctuate during July and August. Expanding on the Green Dropper compliance requirements, he explained that the continued operation of facilities that have surpassed their lifespan adversely affects the city's compliance. The N3 eastbound carriageway from Pietermaritzburg towards Durban will be fully closed within the EB-Cloete interchange, also known as the Spaghetti Junction, from 6 p.m. on Saturday until 6 p.m. on Sunday. The closure is required to allow traffic to be switched to the newly constructed westbound lanes while construction teams work on the new N3 eastbound lanes. The closure will affect the N3 eastbound carriageway within the EB-Cloete interchange area only. All other carriageways, including the N2 and the N3 westbound, as well as all ramps within the interchange, will remain open. According to Sunroll, the full N3 eastbound closure will take place after the N2 north and south off ramps, which serve motorists traveling towards Pinetown, Umhlanga, King Shaka International Airport and Amanzimtoti. Meanwhile, Cape Peninsula University of Technology has closed all its campuses until further notice and ordered students to vacate university residences after violence intensified and the burning of a building at its Belleville campus. In a communique issued to staff and students yesterday, CPUT management said fire officials have responded to a fire at the old education building at the Belleville campus on Monday night. CPUT added that while no one was injured in the incident, it warned that the escalating violence could result in serious injury or loss of life. It said all academic activities would cease with immediate effect while staff would continue working from home. The Musina Magistrates Court has denied bail to a 41-year-old woman accused of being involved in an alleged trafficking of drug ingredients worth approximately 34 million rands. National Prosecuting Authority Regional Spokesperson Mashudu Malambi said that Nonkululeko Good Hope Khoza is the fourth accused in a case involving charges of dealing in drugs, dealing in illicit goods, money laundering, and the acquisition of proceeds of defined crime. One of the accused, Ogbogu Victor, also faces a charge of being in South Africa on fabricated documents. Khoza and Victor were recently arrested following the earlier arrest of 3 alleged co-accused, 35-year-old Malawian nationals Mapuchi Dayo Kumwenda and Thandi Piwi, aged 26, as well as Zambian national Philip Chanza. Malabi said the accused allegedly transported drug ingredients worth about 34 million rands from Malawi to Johannesburg on the 27th of May this year. Their journey was allegedly intercepted when Border Management Authority officials conducted a stop-and-search operation at the Beitbridge port of entry. And finally, Minnesota's Attorney General is suing the governor of Texas to force the extradition of a federal agent charged with shooting and wounding a man during President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. In a lawsuit filed yesterday, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison argued that Texas Governor Greg Abbott had refused to fulfill his mandatory obligation to transfer immigration and customs enforcement agent Christian Castro so that he may stand a trial. Ellison also asked the U.S. District Court in southern Texas to bar Cameron County Sheriff Manuel Trevino from allowing Castro's release from jail. Castro's case has become part of a national debate over transparency and excessive violence during Trump's mass deportation campaign. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 24 cents, to the euro at 18 rands and 82 cents, to the pound at 21 rands and 99 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 33 cents. Gold is trading at $4,352.54 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $91.64 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with headlines at 7:30 for Radio Islands High News. I'm Thabile Duma.
What do you think about instituting something called the pothole report?
Let's do it.
So like every day people get an opportunity to send a message through saying pothole and its location with maybe a picture.
Perfect. You'll be saving people from a lot of trouble and we can reroute ourselves.
There you go. Also, it's the worst thing when you just get your alignment done and there's a pothole on your journey and you can't avoid it and you just go.
Strap in, South Africa. It's time to navigate the morning madness. Lieutenant Colonel Raouf has eyes on the roads with your rush hour traffic update.
Hey,
let's find out what's moving and what's not.
What's not? Looking for trusted healthcare with convenience? Well, visit the local choice, Pelican Pharmacy in Bayview, Chatswood, the proud sponsors of this traffic update. Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. If it's happening on the N11 this morning, very misty condition. You're going to have to put up with the lights on so people can see you, please. Accident on the NC westbound near Spaghetti Junction. So there's going to be 2 lanes that are going to be obstructed. You'll see 2 or 3 vehicles involved in this one, so there's going to be delays in that vicinity. Just allow for the traveling time. Remember the accident scene or the truck overturn in Amara Avenue in the vicinity of Lagoon. The recovery is still in progress. Expect slow-moving traffic and approach the scene unfortunately. Now, this is NMR Avenue and Gobo Road. That's what I'm looking at the moment. Pictures are coming through. So there's major delays at the moment. The new name is Masabalala Yangwa Avenue. Just remember that, please. We spoke about the traffic light N2 and M7. Those are a little out. The new that is a 4-way stop. There shouldn't be pointsmen that are there that are assisting you. The accident we spoke about earlier on, the break village that was almost cleared up, the Boston Highway in Tongat, traffic is still built up in the vicinity. Allow for extra traveling time, please. The one we spoke about in Chatswood, the serious accident outside the training college, that one is still on the go. So there's still delays in that vicinity. Just allow for extra traveling time, please, if you are going to be traveling on the M1 or the road, I think it's 9. I'm going to figure out what road that is. But the road after the training college, I think it's 924. But that's a road. So if you are going to be there, just make sure that you approach proportionately. Slow moving traffic on the N3 coming to Durban, approaching the Spaghetti Junction from Pavilion. N2 North also congested as you're approaching the Spaghetti due to roadworks. So remember, the new section of the road is opened up. Adam Stranger. So the ramp going to Phoenix has been moved further back. If you stay on that left lane, you'll be able to take the ramp. Also, the NC coming to Durban, the lanes have changed. The new portion of the road is opened up now. You'll find that there's a bit of confusion as you're coming past Pavilion. Vehicles are slowing down because the traffic's been diverted onto the new section of the road. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Take it easy. We'll catch up with you in a while.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. It's coming in for 13 after 7. If you're looking for trusted healthcare with convenience, visit the local choice Pelican Pharmacy in Bayview, Chatsworth. From prescription dispensing and chronic medication to wellness products and professional healthcare advice, our friendly team is here to care for you. Can't make it to the pharmacy? Well, ask about our convenient local delivery service. Simply WhatsApp your prescription and let us do the rest. Visit us online at www.thelocalchoice.co.za or stop by Pelican Pharmacy, Bayview in Chatsworth, where health meets savings. The Local Choice, Pelican Pharmacy, caring for our community every day.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The chemistry is live. The conversation is real. The Breakfast Rush.
Radio Al Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the Complaints Committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willoton. Your input helps us serve you better.
Africa. Give the gift of clean water with Africa Muslims Agency. With every water well or borehole you donate, your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 17,000 Rand in Africa or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
7:15 this morning now. Victims of crime often face long and difficult journey through the criminal justice system. And the experience itself can sometimes add to their trauma. South Africa's Service Charter for Victims of Crime, also known as the Victims Charter, is aimed at ensuring that victims are treated with dignity, respect and fairness, while also giving them access to information, protection, assistance, compensation and restitution. To help us understand what these rights mean in practice and what victims can do when they feel they have not been treated fairly, we're joined by Naomi Webster, the Director at the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rush.
Good morning, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be part
Naomi,
of the
I believe you've got your microphone on mute. We're not getting any audio from you. If you could please have a look-see. Let's try again and say good morning. We're still not getting audio. I've got video. You're on our YouTube channel at the moment, but I'm not getting any audio coming through from you.
Okay, let me...
So my team's looking into it as well on this end. Zach, if you could grab a look-see, let's have a look-see, see what's going on. And we'll talk about this, which is a very important question for many South Africans that are victims of crime. We know the crime rate in the country fairly high, which means people that are victims of crime, the numbers are pretty high as well. So it's an important question. Naomi, let's try one more time. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rush here on Radio Al Ansar.
Morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I've got you now. Thank you very, very much. For our listeners who may not be familiar with it, what exactly is the Service Charter for Victims of Crime and why is it important within South Africa's criminal justice system?
So firstly, let me start by explaining what is it. And to explain it best, it's basically a policy document that takes the rights that are in legislation and it then puts it in a simplified manner so that when you become a victim of crime, you then are able to claim those rights that are in laws in a way that then allows you to assert what is your right and what is the responsibility of the criminal justice system, especially the police, the prosecutors, magistrates, social workers, etc. What are their responsibilities when they encounter you as a victim of crime? Now, why it becomes important is for many of us in South Africa, we become victims of crime given the socio-economic context that we find ourselves in South Africa. And so crime is a reality that many of us experience. And so when we then are victims, we then go through the process of reporting a crime. And when we report a crime, it becomes important for us to be able to know what our rights are so that we are part of the solution in terms of addressing the crime and allowing the criminal justice system to do its work in terms of trying to reduce incidents of crime. So it becomes a very important document for all of us because at some point in our lives, we are exposed to crime and we become victims of crime.
The Charter outlines several key rights for victims, including the right to information, protection, assistance, and compensation. In practical terms, what should a victim expect when reporting a crime or dealing with the justice system?
So let me give an example where you experience crime. So someone has broken into your house and has stolen your property or any other crime that has been committed against you. You would then go to the police station as your first point of contact with the criminal justice system, and you would report that crime. So when you go to the police station, the first thing that you need is to then be treated in a way that ensures your dignity. So it doesn't matter whether you are a young person, whether you're an elderly person, whatever your circumstances are, you must be afforded the dignity. And by dignity, what the law then requires the police to do is to treat you with respect, to greet you, to listen to you. And then when it comes to the different rights within the charter, the first one is the right to offer information. So you must be able to tell the police exactly what happened to you in the language that you speak, in a way that allows you to be able to tell exactly what happened without the police interrupting you, without the police being on their cell phone, without their police laughing at something that they may think is silly about what happened to you. So if you're a man and you're going and you're reporting a crime of domestic violence and you're saying that my wife beat me, the police should then be dignified in terms of how they respond to you. They should not then say, but, ask you questions to say, but as a man, you can't allow a woman to beat you, etc. So it's about the dignity that you then get when you go and you report to the police station. You also are entitled in terms of receiving information, which is one of the rights in the Victims' Charter. You must be informed as to exactly who the police officer is that is dealing with you. So the police officer must have a name tag that then identifies who he is. He must then be able to explain to you what the process is in relation to you having reported the crime. And he must then be able to give you an update. So say to you that this is your CAS number, and then this is how we're going to investigate it. And all of this then forms part of the practical way in which the Victims' Charter then comes to life. So it has the rights, and those rights then must be known by all of us, and we must then be able to claim those rights when we enter the criminal justice system. So I'm using the police as one example, but there are other officials as well.
Why are women disproportionately affected by crime, and what is the Victims' Charter or what the Victims' Charter does to create a more responsive criminal justice system?
So I think the one issue when it comes to women is the way in which we are socialized, and we are socialized and have the gendered nature of our society is such that women have only begun to embrace a rights framework. And so when women, particularly in the context of South Africa, deal with issues around vulnerability, you find that the majority of women are in positions where they have to make choices in relation to things like safety, etc. So when it comes to the one crime that we are dealing with as a country, which is gender-based violence and femicide, women are more at risk in terms of issues when it comes to gender-based violence and femicide. So when we look at crime, we then are able to look at the types of crime that happen to women. And we then see that, yes, women are exposed to crimes in the same way that men would be exposed to crimes, but women have an added vulnerability when it comes to certain types of crimes. So crimes such as rape, domestic violence, femicide, etc. So that's why women then are more disproportionately affected by crime. And I think when it comes the Victims' Charter, what the Victims' Charter is trying to do, it's trying to then say that in this context of women being disproportionately affected by crime, how can we then ensure that their rights are protected? Which is why you find that there's specific legislation that has been created to deal with the types of crimes that affect women more. So the Domestic Violence Act is one of those pieces of legislation.
Mm-hmm.
And within the Domestic Violence Act, you then have additional rights that are afforded to victims of domestic violence. And so the Act then expands the rights that are within the Victims' Charter. So the Victims' Charter then is about saying, how do we protect women when they enter the criminal justice system, and how do we ensure that they don't find themselves facing secondary victimization?
Naomi, I always enjoy it when our listeners interact on interviews, and I've got a very interesting question coming through from a listener now, which we're hoping you could shed some light on. Listener says, if I am both a victim of a crime and currently facing a fraud charge arising from circumstances connected to that crime, how does the Victims' Charter apply to me, and what support am I entitled to?
So when it comes to the Victims' Charter, so it doesn't matter the type of crime that has been committed against you, you're still regarded as a victim. And so all of the rights that are within the Charter are the rights that you then are entitled to, obviously in the context of the crime that is being committed. So the first thing is that irrespective of whether you are facing a criminal charge in relation to a crime that has been committed, but you are still a victim in that crime, you are supposed to be treated with fairness and with dignity. So before the criminal justice system has completed its process, you are still a victim. And that, I think, is the most important and fundamental aspect that this particular caller, listener, needs to also then take into consideration. It's about saying that you have not gone through, so you've not been convicted of a crime, but you have a crime that has been committed against you. And so you are entitled to the 7 rights within the Charter. So you must be treated with dignity and fairness. You must have your privacy protected. You must be able to receive information in terms of what is happening in relation to the investigation of the case. You must be able to give information. So if there's additional information that can assist, you must be able to give that. So you are entitled also to protection. So you must be protected, and you must also be assisted. So those are the rights that then would be primarily for this particular incident, where you can then claim those rights.
Thank you very much for clarity for our listeners and, of course, your insight on this subject as well. We do appreciate your time in bringing this valuable information to our listeners. Have a blessed day going forward.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity. And as a fellow citizen of KwaZulu-Natal, I want to then just say thanks that I got to interact with yourself and your listeners. It's been such an honor. Thank you.
Our pleasure to have had you on board. That was Naomi Webster, Director at the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development, speaking on something that affects everybody. And everybody has those rights. 7 of them, as she's highlighted during the course of this conversation. Again, Naomi, thank you very much for joining us. It's 7:28. When we come back, Nazmeera is dishing out from Vodacom.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Ladies, it's time to celebrate you. Join us for the Velvet Affair. Enjoy our special Women's Day Pamper Day party. Saturday, August 22nd, 11 a.m. to late. Head over to the Bell Inn at 208 Kenneth Kaunda Drive, Umhlanga Rocks. Indulge in pampering, shopping with fabulous vendors, connecting with amazing women. Whether you're looking to unwind or finding inspiration, we've got you covered. Tickets starting from 150 Rand. Don't miss out. Bring your friends. Men are also welcome, and celebrate the power of women together.
Plan your dream holiday with the specialist, World of Travel, as we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah. We also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 888 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
Imagine your wealth working alongside you. With Anglo Wealth's professionally managed Sharia-compliant wealth and income solutions, your investments can help you work towards building a regular secondary income through real economic activity. Whether you're planning for your family's future or looking to strengthen your financial position, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Visit our website anglowealth.co.za or call 031 566 5201. Anglo Wealth Sharia is a registered national credit provider, NCRCP 7297.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Coffee, hot. Traffic, questionable. WhatsApp messages, incoming. The Breakfast Rush, fully operational.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Well, you've asked, and we've got your SIM-only deals ready for you to pick up in a few hours from now. On the 6 GB Red Core top-up plan, we give you 6 gigs of anytime data and 250 minutes at 299 Rand per month over 24 months. On the 12 gig plan, you have 12 gigs of data and 750 minutes at 449 Rand per month over 24 months. Want more? We give you 50 gigs anytime, 50 gigs night owl, and unlimited minutes at 799 Rand per month over 24 months. We also throw in here the Snug wireless clock duo charging pad, absolutely free. 200 gigabytes of data just for you. 100 gigs anytime, 100 gigs for the night owls, unlimited minutes with that free clock at 999 Rand per month over 24 months. Everything you need, your Sims, your devices, your electronics under one space. Our set of Vodacom stores.
Thank you very much for that. Hopefully you've got the information that you need to go shopping.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0 Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, the National Coloured Congress Member of Parliament, Fidel Adams, is expected to appear before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria this morning. The trial of the women accused of the murder of her son is expected to resume in the High Court in Johannesburg today. And finally, the United Arab Emirates has imposed an indefinite trade embargo on Iran after accusing Iranian forces of firing 2 ballistic missiles at the country, an allegation that Tehran denies. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. It is 7:34 this morning. Your family's health deserves the very best. At the local choice Pelican Pharmacy in Bayview in Chatsworth, you'll find trusted healthcare, expert advice, prescription dispensing, chronic medication, wellness products, and friendly service that you can rely on. The local choice Pelican Pharmacy, the proud sponsors of this traffic update.
Red lights, brake lights, and plenty of where did this taxi come from moments. Lieutenant Colonel Raouf is checking the roads for us with your latest rush hour traffic report.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. So the recovery is still taking place on NMR Avenue, so there's still delays in that vicinity. Please be approached with caution as traffic is backed up considerably. N2 is still a bit congested as you're approaching Spaghetti Junction northbound and southbound, and the N3 as well approaching Spaghetti from Pavilion, also congested. Southern Freeway is a little bit congested as you take in the off-ramp to Victoria Embankment. Just allow for extra traveling time. That's your final update.
Short and sweet, just like me. Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. And he's and just like that, he's gone with the wind. Just out of here.
Yeah.
Out of here.
No sugar for you.
Oh,
Only salt.
None whatsoever. Nothing. So as we get into everything that's, important for you to note, one of those things that's sort of nation building for everybody to note is this thing called sport. The whole world will be angry about certain things, and I think the World Cup proved it. The football, FIFA proved it. Everybody's just angry about something, but put some sport on the telly, people start feeling a bit better.
Dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Well, here's a man that's got all the information to hopefully make you smile. Buddy Governor, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum salam. Big smile on my face. You said it quite well there, Nichal.
Thank you very much. All right, what's happening in your report?
Let's get into the tennis, the Cincinnati Open. Felix Auger-Aliassime He defeated Jean-Manuel Carandolo 7-5, 6-1. He now sets up a fourth-round clash with Francis Tiafoe. Brandon Nakashima saw off Daniel Medvedev 7-5, 6-1. Taylor Fritz powered past Daniel Mareda 6-3, 6-4. Ariana Sabalenka cruised past Zhenzhou Wang 6-1, 6-3, while Coco Gauff continued a hunt for a second title by beating Anne Lee 6-1, 7-6 in the third round. Some football news this evening at 7 p.m. out from Loftus Versfeld. Mamelodi Sundowns will host of the Senegalese national team. So that's good news there. But obviously all eyes this weekend, Springboks and All Blacks. Heavy focus remains on this upcoming historic 4-test greatest rivalry, as they call it. It's the greatest rivalry tour. But Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus is addressing claims from New Zealand regarding tactical slowing down of the game. It's all mind games at the moment. Golf, the Nedbank Golf Challenge, organizers announced that Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Rose will headline a star-studded field in the tournament this December out at Sun City. And cricket, well, the Proteas have announced that Bjorn Fortuin was named captain of the Proteas men's squad for the upcoming T20 Tri-Series match in Namibia. That's all the sport on this midweek. We'll catch up on Friday, focusing on the rugby that's coming up on the weekend, as well as Formula One out from the Netherlands. That's my bit, Nish.
So Monley wants me to ask on behalf of a friend. So I'm asking for a friend. Are you getting us rugby tickets?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be sitting next to Rassie, so I'll have a chat with him and see what happens.
We'll bring the popcorn for the seat next to you.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy. Have a blessed day. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Ciao for now.
There we go. Buddy Governor joins us again Friday morning for an update as we get into the weekend sporting action. Now, talking about action, there's a lot coming your way, most especially within the next 10 days. There's this beautiful event that's coming up, and Nazmeera Cassim is in conversation with regard to this wonderful event called the Annual Muslima Today Conference that's going to be taking place soon. Stick around.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At Checkers, our Steakhouse Classic range is crafted for those who take pride in every braai. Each cut is hand-trimmed by our expert butchers, perfectly matured and vacuum-packed for tenderness that melts in your mouth. From man-sized T-bone steak, beef tomahawk, and classic steak cuts, our butchery brings you over 21 Steakhouse Classic steak cuts to choose from, perfectly prepared. Checkers Cowie Park and Westwood Mall. Butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security, and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
निशाल सरवन और नज़मीरा कासिम, आपके स्पीकर और आपकी स्क्रीन पर हर रोज.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inside the speakers, inside the screen, everywhere. You're going, we're going there too. basically, in a nutshell. That's what we're doing. It's 7:41 and Brother Monley is attempting to get a hold of these guests. They're going to be telling us all about the annual Muslima Today event, which is taking place in less than 10 days, really, on Saturday, the 29th of August. Saturday, 29th of August, that's when it's taking place. And now when he's got both of them online, we'll kick off with that interview. But reminding you that just earlier this morning, we were talking about honesty. So honestly, tell us what happened when your honesty got you into trouble. So, I'm a little bit confused because I'm seeing one red light and Monley saying he's got both of them on the same call. Done and dusted. Okay. So, Nazmeera Cassim, your opportunity now to flex your interview muscles.
Let's do it. So as you've heard, on the 13th, actually, it's the 13th annual Muslima Today conference hosted by Ilm SA for Women, a branch of Ilm SA that takes place in less than 10 days from today, on Saturday, the 29th of August at the NMJ Islamic Center. And on the line, inshallah, to tell us more, we have Adam Dean, who's one of the presenters at Muslima Today 2026, as well as Fatima Asmal, the founder of Ilm SA. Let's start with Adam, who will be presenting a talk entitled Be Prepared, Personal Safety for Women. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar. Adam, assalamu alaikum. Fatima?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm okay, alhamdulillah.
So it seems we've lost Adam along the line somewhere. I was told that the both of them are on the same line. Fatima, can you confirm Adam's there with you, or it's a conference call?
No. Adam is actually in Joburg, and he was supposed to be joining us via the phone.
Right. Okay. So a little bit of confusion on this end. Fatima, we'll proceed with you. Firstly, welcome back to the Breakfast Rush. It's always such a pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you so much, and it's an absolute pleasure to be on this slot, which I know is a very, very popular one.
I appreciate you saying that. You're too kind. Fatima, the Muslima Today conference is years on Durban's map, and it's become an event that so many people just simply look forward to annually. It's an event where people come through and they are motivated, they are inspired, they are built up for the rest of the year whilst they await the next Muslima Today event. So firstly, hats off to you and the team for putting together an event that has become quite the anticipated event annually. Well done.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate those words. And you've made my job so easy for me because I'm supposed to be here trying to push last-minute ticket sales, but you did it much better than I would do it.
It's talking about ticket sales, and I know I'm supposed to ask this question in the end, but we're trying to get a hold of Adam really quickly. The team's having a little bit of difficulty trying to actually get a hold of Adam Dean.
If you can't reach him, it's okay. You and I can just chat. It's completely okay.
All right. So shed some light for us on Adam's topic and exactly what Adam's going to be unpacking, from your understanding for our sisters in attendance.
Okay, Adam is going to be talking about personal safety for women. He's quite an expert in this field. He's actually part of a company which trains people in self-defense and the use of firearms called Aegis in Joburg. And he's very, very passionate. He's someone that is called a capability strategist. Very, very passionate about the community upskilling themselves and women being aware of their surroundings and being confident enough to protect themselves. Because often as women, we think that if I'm in a situation where I need to protect myself, I'm not going to be able to do that. So there's going to be a verbal presentation that he's doing, but there's also going to be a self-defense demo.
Adam, assalamu alaikum, or good morning and welcome to the program. Good to have you with us.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
Adam, Fatima's just given us a brief description of your contribution on the day on stage. If you want to elaborate on that for just a second.
Yeah, absolutely. So the concept is basically personal safety for ladies, and it's about preparation. And the presentation will basically outline, there's a lot of different steps that come into play when it comes to safety and preparedness. And a lot of the time, we tend to focus just on the physical aspect, but what my presentation will hope to bring across is that there are many layers that we can look at and prepare for that kind of don't only rely on the physical aspect. They rely on awareness. They rely on other parts of the way we live our lives, and equip ladies and all of us actually to live a more capable and more aware life, to kind of avoid the things that do present themselves and how to address them when they do happen. So it really is about being prepared and not just reacting to when things do happen.
Adam, how can our communities upskill themselves to be safer and more capable?
So a lot of this for me boils down to information actually. And you'll know there's a lot of initiatives around the country, things like community policing forums, like neighborhood watches and those kind of things. And information in those places is so crucial. And we've seen them in the likes of community policing, which I'm part of in Johannesburg, and how all of the community can contribute and kind of give their input into how we can make communities safer. So it's not about you having to be on the road patrolling and, tackling crime directly. There are a lot of ways that communities can be that sort of village, as we call it, that protects the child and contribute to the information aspect of making communities safer, offering training services, offering places where things are safe. So communities can build these through communication channels and hubs where training and collaboration can happen. And it really does make a massive difference, as we've seen in our communities here.
Jazakallah, thank you so much for that valuable insight, Adam, and all the best with your Muslimah Today presentation. Adam Dean, one of the presenters at Muslimah Today 2026, telling you more about why you should be there. Fatima, still here?
Yes, I am.
In closing, tell us more about this year's event, the speakers, how much are the tickets, and where can we get them?
Okay, I'm going to repeat the links a couple of times for ticket sales at the end, so please grab your pens or keep your phones, note apps ready. In terms of the speakers, it's the former Premier of the Western Cape, Ibrahim Rasool, the one who was expelled as an ambassador to the USA by Donald Trump. It's Rasida Shabuddin. I don't like to refer to her as the wife of Ibrahim Rasool because she has an identity of her own, but the two of them will also be doing a session together in addition to separate sessions, and their session together will be on marriage. She'll be talking about knowing your value as a Muslim woman, and he'll be talking about sticking to the courage of your convictions. We also have Shabnam Khan talking about her journey as a writer. We have Zora Suleiman talking about trauma interventions that they have applied in the lives of children of Gaza. We have Aisha Chilumbilo, who's going to be performing spoken word poetry, and I'm going to be presenting a spiritual talk. Tickets are 320 rands. They are only available until Wednesday morning next week, not today, but next week, Wednesday. They include a goodie bag, which is worth, I think, close to 400 rands, lunch, refreshments, stationery, and hours of inspiration and opportunities to make friends. You can buy your tickets online at www.ilmsa.co.za/MT, which stands for Muslimah Today. Otherwise, simply go to Quicket, Quicket, and search for Muslimah Today. And worst case scenario, if you didn't get all of that, just WhatsApp me. I'll say my number twice. It's 083 271 4500. That's 083 271 4500.
Perfect. Jazakallah khair. Looking forward to the event. It's always enrichment for the soul, for the ruh, and just a beautiful gathering of coming together of sisters. Jazakallah for always hosting it, and we hope that the 29th goes better than you anticipate.
Jazakallah khairan, and we hope to see you there someday.
Always looking forward to it. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
7:52 this morning, Feroz is on the road and says accidents on the freeway coming into Durban from the N3. Just at the intersection of Dr. A.B. Schumer, used to be Commercial Road, so Commercial and Grey Street. So accident has taken place there. 2 lanes from the 4 are available. Motor vehicles are blocking 2 lanes and traffic, people trying to get around that. Hopefully clearing up very, very soon so you can get around it and to your destinations safely as well. Wahida Khan sending salams, wishing Sister Nadia, brother-in-law Zuaib, a happy anniversary for today. I hope that both of you have a blessed day. Earlier, we were talking about honesty being the best policy. And you've come through with your stories this morning. Assalamu alaikum. This is Sarah Bibi Mustafa saying there is no station like Al Ansar, top of the world. And she says, I am very honest to all of the Al Ansar presenters. On behalf of my colleagues and myself, we appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Shana says, I don't believe in sugarcoating anything. So, yeah, I'm brutally honest. And I don't care if you like it or not. Or you like me or not. Right here then. Now, Fazila says, Nichal, I was watching Naath program last night on TikTok. Some people just could not keep their comments to themselves. If you're not happy with what you're watching, switch it off. Say what you want, but you can say it in a nice way. Okie dokie. I believe Nazmeera Cassim said the exact same thing not so long ago this morning. Abu Bakr says, for the ladies still waiting for their prince on a white horse, don't give up with the current fuel prices. He could arrive any second. Here's a bit of honesty for you. Oh, man. So, Nazmeera Cassim is a teacher. Teacher Naz, have you ever had a student stand up and say, or people stand up and say, ma'am, you forgot to check our homework?
Yes, and I love it.
Right, that's honesty. What happens when one of the kids didn't do their homework and then they look at this kid like,
I think based on situations I've experienced, and that is the most beautiful part of it. You will have a learner that will come to you. And I think that's the importance of building a relationship with your student and being that individual that you're supposed to be. So you're not afraid to come and say, I'm sorry, I forgot to do it. Does it not happen to all of us? Obviously, it's not an everyday thing, but there are students that will come to you and say, every now and then, I apologize. I completely forgot that I had homework to do. I didn't open my message book. And that for me is beautiful because you are instilling value in that little one.
Right, tell me something. Is there another Nazmeera Cassim in the world?
Possibly, I don't know.
Okay, so this is not for you. I'm assuming it's for the other one. Says Appa Latifa saying, wishing Nazmeera Cassim a very happy birthday. Is it your birthday today?
No.
How many birthdays do you get per annum?
Well, 2.
How do you get 2? So the Islamic date and the Gregorian date, you get 2 birthdays. So Appa Nazmeera is saying, Appa Latifa is wishing Nazmeera Cassim, not this one, a very happy birthday for today. We also hope that you have a lovely day. Shabir and Shaida Ali sending salam. So is Ismail Khan. Sarah saying, you only get the boys very naughty, don't do homework. You took on big goodri and covered everybody with y'all's problems.
Very, very bad.
It's time to go.
Your salah times on the 6th of Rabiul Awal 1448 this Wednesday. Zohar 5 minutes past 12, Asr 2 minutes to 4, Maghrib 36 minutes past 5 this evening, and Isha inshallah at 5 to 7 tonight. Have a lovely Wednesday. Be the best version of you.
Do good. Be good. Till the next time.
The chemistry is live. The conversation is real. The Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Bulletin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FM